Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hello, you guys. What is going on? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tessa. This is going to be your mid-October full moon in Aries Halloween tarot and oracle reading. So before I get started and I figure out who exactly it is that I'm actually talking to, I'm going to go ahead and tell you just a little bit about what this special tarot reading is going to be about. I mentioned in my October videos that I was hoping to get around to doing like a special Halloween video and tarot reading, and I would come up with something interesting. So I decided to do it on the full moon in Aries up through the end of the month. Okay, so up through Halloween. Okay. And, you know, one of the themes of Halloween is, you know, the spirits that come out to play, right? So Halloween represents a holiday of like the undead or the other realms, so to speak, that exist around us, that are hidden, that we don't see, the fantasy realms, the mythical realms, the horror realms, all these different realms. And, you know, it inspires a part of us psychologically that, you know, maybe we don't really own up to on any other day of the year, or that we don't really integrate into our personalities or into ourselves. You know, and I feel like Halloween is almost like this, you know, one day in the year where we can all accept the fact that psychopaths exist and accept the fact that like there are all these different personalities and energies that are within us that, you know, we can be like, oh, it's okay to be this. It's okay to dress up as this or that, or and I just find it really interesting. I absolutely love Halloween. I don't always dress up, but when I do dress up, I really have a lot of fun with it. For this video, I'm actually wearing one of my favorite sweaters. It's not a Halloween sweater. It's a sweater that I would wear like in December, but it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like raven's wings or something like that. And so, you know, I just find Halloween very fascinating because, you know, we are very much caught up in like the reality of every day, and I feel like Halloween allows people to kind of escape that reality and maybe become something else. But my question, you know, the reason why I'm like, okay, well, you know, there's a lot of people out there who like celebrate Halloween all year round, and they're just like, I don't care if it's not Halloween. I'm going to be a freak regardless, you know. It's just more about like really coming, you know, and I just find it interesting because I do think, generally speaking, in our society and generally speaking in our, I mean, American culture is pretty, like, there are a lot of subcultures in American cultures. There are, like, underground kind of communities and things like that. And, you know, people, of course, you know, practice paganism, and that is a very valid form of spiritual expression along with anything else. But I want to question, you know, I want to invite everyone to question more of like some of the deeper things that maybe they hide within themselves, or some of the deeper emotions or deeper truths or things that are within them that maybe they hold in their heart but they keep to themselves. You know, I think that it is important to allow yourself to expand into other realms and other ways that people exist in reality, you know. And it can be as simple as like a nurse, you know, like if somebody decides to be like a nurse, but in real life they are a bartender, you know, something like that. But, you know, just kind of like inviting you to explore some of the different parts of yourself that intrigue you and that are calling out to you. And you know, it can be a really good way to, you know, open up to learning new things and to allow yourself to, you know, kind of open the possibilities within your own world and how you approach different kinds of people and situations and the lifestyle that you choose to live in. So I don't know if that's making sense for you. Hopefully it makes somewhat sense, but the theme actually of this reading is going to be the warrior. Okay, the warrior. So your inner warrior, the full moon in Aries. So I have this, we are going to have a little bit of a story time. So if you don't want to just like listen to me read, it's only going to be a page and a half. Okay, it's not that long. So if you can't sit through that, then I don't know, you might be a little too ADD and maybe you should just watch another YouTube video. But if you do love to read and you love to learn and you love to, you know, pick up on some new insights, I definitely encourage you to stick around because I am going to be doing a tarot and oracle reading. But I'm going to be reading from this book. It's called Moon Phase Astrology. It's a really cool book. There's a little description, like, so every single moon phase, from full moon to new moon to waxing to gibbous, every single moon phase, within every single zodiac sign, there's a little description. So, you know, whatever moon phase you were born on and whatever sign you were born into, there is something in this book that actually pinpoints your moon energy, okay? Like what your moon energy is all about, how you process, how you are like willed into the world, so to speak, based on your emotions. So for the full moon in Aries, which is happening October 19th, so the full moon is going to be October 19th. It's going to be in the sign of Aries. And the full moon in Aries is called the warrior's moon. So I'm going to read from this book what that means to have a warrior's moon, okay? It is transiting, you know, it's still going to be affecting the collective, but I'm going to read because the theme of the tarot reading is going to be based off of this warrior energy about like what it is that you're willing to fight for. What is it that you believe in? And that involves you looking closer and deeper within yourself. That includes you taking a deeper look into your own emotions, into your own triggers. And, you know, I feel like with Halloween approaching, it's a really cool kind of way to figure out like, maybe what are your inner demons, and what is it that you would fight? Like, what do you believe in, and what would you fight outside of yourself? Not just within yourself, but also outside of yourself. And you'll see that when I read this, exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm really hoping you'll be able to follow along. I'm kind of enjoying the fact that I'm doing a little bit of a story time for this special reading because I am a writer and I do enjoy reading, and I think that reading can provide a lot of really great information. But before I get started in that, let me see who I'm talking to because I've been going on, and I like to do this every once in a while and keep things spontaneous, and just kind of like shuffle some zodiac cards to see who I'm doing a reading for, like in the actual moment of me filming, instead of things being like premeditated. Well, not even premeditated, but you know what I mean, like, you know what I'm saying. So just a little element of surprise. For me, you already know who you are because you clicked on this video. You're in the future right now, okay? Okay, so let's see who we're talking to over here. Taurus, the Hierophant Taurus. Okay, I feel Taurus, like you would definitely appreciate everything that I just said in my introduction. I don't know, I feel like you guys can appreciate a good intellectual, you know, and insightful kind of frame of reference, frame of point, you know, because I feel like you guys do get inspired and intrigued with I think that you do like to live vicariously a little bit through other people, like from the comfort of your own home, right? From the comfort of your stability and your, but you do definitely enjoy the pleasures of life. You enjoy to take in these experiences, and you really just kind of like take in with all your senses, your eyes, you're able to just kind of internalize, I think, the experiences of others and the stories of others and the things that other people go through, and kind of like get a little bit of a taste for it, right? So this is really fun. Okay, so Taurus, the Hierophant. Okay, so I was shuffling the major arcana zodiac cards from the Deviant Moon Tarot. So this is your card, Taurus, the Hierophant. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into this reading, and then we're going to get into your tarot reading. And the question is going to be, what is it that you're needing to fight? Is it an inner demon? Do you have an inner demon that you need to fight? Or is it something outside of yourself, okay? And maybe you still need to figure out, maybe you don't even know what it is you need to fight. Maybe, and, that's why I'm here, Yeah, so, maybe there is a cause that you want to involve yourself in, but you're still like, I don't know, maybe not sure exactly where your feelings lie on that. So before I just continue to ramble on and on, we're going to get into story time. Okay. So the Warrior's Moon, the full moon in Aries. The full moon in Aries sees the daring adventurer become the full-blown warrior who fights in honor for a good cause. The warrior has come a long way from the brigand who could not believe or trust in anything. His adventuring has shown him a wider world, and while he has seen its many trials and sorrows, he has also met brave souls trying their best to make it better. He decides that he is ready to become one of those brave souls, and he devotes himself to training for that job. Training is the first part of the warrior's path, and thus the warrior's moon. Fighting effectively is more than just running into the battle in blind wrath. The first demons that need to be subdued are the ones inside, and this is the lesson that the warrior must learn before he can pick up a sword. There is the demon of laziness. It's easier to skip over those little details or to ignore ambivalent truths in favor of writ large, easy to understand, sweeping generalizations, or to stay in bed that extra hour instead of getting up and running. There is the demon of pettiness, which chisels away at honor with its bitter little voice, telling the warrior how much better he ought to be treated, or how he isn't really understood, or how he ought to have to put up with all this hardship. There is the demon of impatience. I want to be on the front lines now. Never mind all this messing around with training and self-improvement. I'm sure that I could take the enemy now, no matter that he has 10 years more experience and twice the allies. And of course, there is the ever-present Mars demon of wrath. This will be the hardest one of all for the Aries warrior to wrestle down, and it is his greatest weakness. But any warrior who can be goaded into rage can be herded blindly into a fatal trap. These, more than any more specific skill, are the lessons that the warrior needs pounded into his head. After the training, there is the battle. Here is where courage shows its flag. The warrior must choose his cause carefully because he needs to be able to believe in it, no matter how badly things go. The courage of Aries is based in his ideals. If you can't believe that it is a worthy goal, the battle is lost before it is begun. After his first battle, the warrior learns a potent truth, that if you have utter faith in the goal, it doesn't matter if you don't have complete faith in yourself to be the one to achieve it. Faith in the goal will pull you past your self-doubt. For some reason, I feel like you guys would understand that sentence. On the warrior's moon, we fight for what we believe in. This is a lone battle, and it is especially effective if we are fighting with no approval from others, and perhaps even in spite of their disapproval, although deliberately inducing disapproval is missing the point. Such battles need to be fought as if there is no audience, just the warrior and the enemy, and the innocents who must not be trampled, something that the warrior often forgets. The warrior's moon is also a time of grappling with the aforementioned demons and learning patience. It may be that the best use of this moon, if there are no external opportunities for fighting for a cause, is to choose one of those internal enemies to do battle with and dedicate the time to that lessening. People born under the warrior's moon need a cause that they can fight for with all of their heart. Remember that the moon is about emotions, and they must create room in their lives to make fighting for that cause into a spiritual quest. If they don't have a place to put their warrior energy, it will spurt out in aggressive, harmful ways that can ruin their relationships. If the rest of the chart is particularly introverted, that energy can turn inward and create health problems, nervous breakdowns, and nightmares. A warrior's moon person who frequently dreams about being besieged by enemies and losing dramatically should take this as a warning. You need to be fighting real battles in real life, either with your own internal demons or with external injustices, and preferably both. Warrior's moon people also tend to be combative in their personal relationships, and ideally they choose a partner who they can consider a comrade in arms, someone who can push back when they push forward, but always in a loving way. A partner who is bearing the brunt of their combative instinct needs to set good boundaries and redirect their warrior outward. There's plenty of injustice in the world that makes battles over the breakfast toast recede in importance. All right, Taurus, so that was the warrior's moon, the full moon in Aries little story, okay? So you might know someone who has a full moon in Aries, okay? Just because someone has an Aries moon, that does not mean that this is particularly their energy or their story. Someone can be born on a crescent moon in Aries, and that is a different page. Okay, but there is a way to find out. If you know what your moon sign is, there's definitely a way to find out what moon phase you were born on and go from there, okay? So you can, there's if you like Google it, there's definitely, there's like moon phase calculators where you just put in your birthday and it'll tell you the moon phase that you were born on. But if you are a Taurus, so you can watch this reading if you're a Taurus sun, moon, rising. If you are a Taurus rising, this full moon in Aries is going to be transiting your 12th house. So Aries is the sign right before yours. So it was actually very interesting reading this, knowing that Taurus, you are the sign that comes after Aries, because I feel like a lot of these lessons that need to be learned, kind of like within the spiritual realm for Aries, takes its first like material step in the outside world to actually create a plan, a long-term plan. And I feel like that does happen in Taurus. So I'm very curious now to see like what battles you would be fighting, okay? What battles do you need to fight? So whether internal or external, all right? So that's what this reading is going to be about, Taurus, okay? So we're going to take a look to see what demons or what battles you are needing to fight for the end of October, okay? That is the theme of this reading. There was one more thing I want to say. Yes, if you are a Taurus rising, the full moon in Aries is transiting your 12th house. That is the house of Pisces. That is the house of God, the house of spirituality, the house of isolation and mystical truths and psychic awareness, okay? So if you are a Taurus rising, there definitely could be some unconscious battles, okay? Although the unconscious is a little bit more 8th house energy. It could be, it could be like spiritual battles, like spiritual warfare, spiritual battles that you are needing to fight. So let's take a look, Taurus, okay, to see. So what battles is Taurus needing to fight for the end of October? What battles is Taurus needing to fight? Okay, that wanted to come out. The High Priestess. Aries also got the High Priestess. This is moon energy, okay? This is moon energy. So you could be fighting definitely like the energy, like maybe you feel like people want to fight you, okay? Or like it's like you're trying to use your intuition to tap into this like spiritual dimension, tap into like what is this spiritual energy that I feel like I'm fighting, like maybe you already kind of understand like what I'm talking about in terms of like needing to fight for something. The Six of Swords is going to be Mercury in Aquarius. Okay. So I feel like you're not like it's almost like you're trying to use your intuition so you can like know if you need to move away from a situation. I'm kind of getting the feeling that like you don't really want to fight anything. Like you will, like you would rather move away from a situation. You would rather move away from a situation. You would rather use your intuition to know ahead of time if there's something that you would need to fight so you can like avoid it or something like that. Or so you can like avoid it at all costs, or so that you can have like, I feel like you want to have a, like you want to know about something before it happens. You want to know about something before it happens so you can take a plan of action. And like, it's like if you think that there are things that are coming your way, you're like, oh, I want to know about it. Or like, no. Okay, and then we have the Three of Cups over here, which is Venus and, I'm sorry, not Venus, Mercury in Cancer. Okay. Okay, so interesting. So I don't know. There could be actually something going on with your friends. Maybe like, I feel like you like to stay ahead of the curve, Taurus, okay? You kind of like to like, you like to foretell the future. You like to use your intuition to know if something is going to like cause a problem and like move away and like put yourself in a safe place before it even happens, which is super interesting. I mean, I can see that. I can see that for sure, like before it even happens. So like, it's kind of like, I think that you do to like to stay tuned in with your friends, with your close family. Like you have this special kind of connection with your friends. I think maybe some girlfriends, you might have some girlfriends who you have a close connection with. And it's almost like you can kind of feel their energy. You can kind of like know, you kind of like know if something is going on with them or if something might, it's like you know ahead of time something, you can feel it, and you kind of like dip out and you kind of like disappear a little bit before it even has a chance to come your way. I feel like that's something, let me know in the comments down below if that's something you do, because I find that really interesting. It's like you use your intuition to see ahead of time, to look out into the future so you know when you need to move away from a situation. And I feel like this is how you keep the peace with your friends. I feel like this is your way of just like keeping things like good and just like just having fun and enjoying the pleasure with the people around you, okay? You just kind of keep things like fresh and fun and pleasurable with the people around you by moving away. And this is also within you as well. Like if you have a demon that you need to fight within yourself, you move away. I don't think that you show that part of yourself to anybody. I don't think you show that part of yourself to anybody. I think that you move away from people. You like want to keep the side of you that shows pleasure and enjoyment of life and like happiness, like the side of you that's happy and, you know, and fulfills, the people that are around you and like shows that like beautiful emotional expression. You want that side of you to be seen amongst your family and friends and the people that you love. You don't want people to see that you have this like foresight. You don't want people to see that you battle these like other demons perhaps, okay? So that's what I'm getting, but I'm and that could be something, you know, like why is that? Like why are you afraid to show that side of yourself, you know? Like why are you afraid to show that side of yourself? Why are you afraid to show the, you know, or maybe that's how you keep that Taurus Empress kind of energy on point, is by being that high priestess and by like having that intuition, you know, and like being able to provide that kind of knowledge and like mystery and like source of wisdom for others who come your way. So it's like you don't want people to see the side of you that has the demons and that has like things that you are fighting maybe privately. But then it's like I mean, by the way, Empress came out. I'm going to pull out I'm going to pull out 3 cards for each of and I was using the Murder of Crows Tarot up here, but I'm using the Pagan Cats Tarot Mini to clarify these cards, and I'm pulling 3 for each. So I'm just kind of like letting you know what I feel and what I see as I pull these cards out. And then I'll tell you what the cards are. Don't worry, Taurus. I'll let you know what's going on, okay? First, I'm going to like pull them all out over here, okay? So yeah, oh my goodness. That's really interesting. Okay, but I feel like it's still not really answering the question of like, well, what battles are you needing to face? Maybe it's because you feel like you already have it, you know, you have it under control. Like, I don't even really have maybe an answer to give you, you know, but we are going to look deeper into the story. So, you know, I mean, we're going to get a little bit deeper as to maybe why, you know, so we're going to see. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's really important for you to like remain in control. But then it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, what are you so afraid of? Like, maybe you're, you know, because I know that Taurus energy, like, I know that you guys, when you can pretty much like bite your anger and swallow your anger for long periods of time. But then when you really do get angry, it like all just kind of like comes out in like a big, you know, it comes out very aggressively and very angry. And, you know, I've learned definitely that like when, you know, Taurus can actually tolerate a lot, but then once they do get angry, they get like really angry. And, you know, so it's like, you know, you do choose your battles, but then I wonder like, well, why do you not talk about maybe some of those like deeper emotions? Why do you tolerate so much? You know what I mean? Or like, what's that all about? I feel like it's unconscious, to be completely honest with you. I feel like you don't even really know why, maybe. Or I feel like it could be something deeper. So it's like, you know, it could be something deeper from childhood, and, you know, you're just kind of, you know, you spent so much time building your life the way that you want it, and to be successful and to have the type of love or marriage or life that you want, that it's like, why would you want to go back into something that didn't feel good, right? Okay, so let's, okay, I saw a card that flipped over here, so we just need one more card for this 3 of Cups, and then I'm going to go ahead and get a little deeper into this story. But I'm already seeing that for that High Priestess, you did pull the Empress card. So it's like, you know, you just want to be seen as that person. You want to be seen as that Empress, the one who's got it all under control, who's got, but it's like, that's kind of the question that I want to raise to you. It's like, yes, you know, we're masters of our own destiny, right? Okay, but part of me wants to be like, are you... I feel like asking a Taurus that, like, are you really in control, is kind of like, I don't think you like to think that you're not. Like, even if you're not fully in control of what's going on around you, I don't think you like to think that way, because that would make you feel unstable, and that would make you feel out of control, and that would make you feel like, you know, and I don't think that you would like that at all. You know, especially being Earth energy. Like, Earth energy doesn't want to think that, you know, master of the material realm. Even though I know you guys are spiritual, but it's like you're spiritual, okay, here we go. On the material plane. Okay, so for the High Priestess, we got the Empress, the 5 of Cups, Mars and Scorpio, Empress is Venus, Two of Wands, Mars in Aries. Yeah. It's like, I feel like you get I don't know if I would say like you get disappointed a lot, but I also kind of want to be like, I think that you do get disappointed a lot. I think that you do suffer deep down inside like a sense of loss or regret over something. It could be like regret over maybe like not going a certain path, you know, like maybe not following your heart in a specific direction, or not going down a certain path, or not like following a deeper passion that you have. I do feel like there is something deeper inside you that does feel a sense of regret or loss. Okay? But you have this attitude where it's like, nope, can't dwell on that. Nope, not getting stuck in that energy. Got to keep moving forward. Got to keep looking into the future. Got to keep taking action. Got to keep taking that next step. And it keeps you, you're training yourself, okay? It's like you trained yourself to look past the hurt, whatever it is that might have hurt you, okay? But you also use that. I feel like it was that, it could have been something that happened in your childhood, but, you know, some deeper feeling of loss and regret that is actually helping your intuition move forward. It's helping you see things deeper. It's helping you, like, it's like you've channeled that energy into some kind of like sacred mystery within yourself that you are now able to, you know, really step into that, you know, that energy as like an empress, and like show your soul. But there's this, I do kind of get the feeling that intuitive side of you, that side of you that is in touch with your soul and is in touch with your deeper energies, for some reason you don't show that side of yourself as often. And I wonder why. Okay, let's move on to the Six of Swords. Okay, maybe we'll find out a little bit more why. So Six of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius energy. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is Gemini. We have the Eight of Cups, which is Saturn in Pisces. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is the Sun in Capricorn. Yeah, okay. So, I do think, Taurus, that like you just don't, yeah, you for sure choose your bit. Like you don't just because someone is like going to be aggressive with their words, or just because someone is going to act in a way like they want to fight you, or be very like cutthroat in their communication, that doesn't mean you're gonna pay it any attention. Like I just kind of feel like I feel also like you can be very cutthroat with your communication. But I get this feeling like you just don't really give things, if you think that something is going to disrupt your peace and your stability, you don't really like give it the time of day. Like you just move away. Like you just move away towards your happy place. You just go in your happy place. With the sun in Capricorn over here, with this little guy, he's just chilling on top of his pentacles. He's just like, I got my money, I got my pillow, I got my job, I got my kids. Nah, I don't need them right now. like you're just like, bye, see ya when you're, a little bit more like chill. Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I mean, I guess you have to ask yourself that question. It's just like, but if we're looking at the theme of this reading and like, what is it that we are needing to look at within ourselves? Perhaps like, I mean, I guess it can be a form of like pettiness, or like it can be seen as you like walking, instead of like facing a problem head on, like walking away from it, or like being a coward, or just kind of like not wanting to involve yourself. I'm just letting you know what other people could be seeing or thinking. I'm not saying that you need to listen to what other people say, but like, it's like you can be viewed as like someone who doesn't care, or like you can be viewed as like someone who only cares about your own comfort. Okay? As long as you're comfortable, as long as you're happy, then you don't really care what's happening around you, type of thing. Okay? I feel, however, especially with that Knight of Swords there, that if your security was threatened, if your comfort was threatened, you would cut a bitch. Like, make no mistake about it. If someone is threatening your stability, your family, your peace, your contentment, your financial situation, I feel like it would be claws the fuck out. It would be claws out. Okay? The Knight of Swords. Words, swords, you name it. Okay, it's coming out. It's coming out. The bull is coming out. So, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I'm probably going to give a little summary at the very end, just so you know. So for the Three of Cups, the Mercury in Cancer card, 2 Mercury cards, we have the Ten of Pentacles, Mercury in Virgo. A lot of Mercury energy over here. The Hermit, which is Virgo energy. And the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just like reiterating what I said. It's like you are more than willing to like spread the happiness, share the wealth. You know what I mean? Like, come on into my abode. Let's enjoy. Let's have some fun. Let's party. Let's celebrate. You know, you are very much about maintaining this legacy for yourself and your family, you know, and enjoying life. And, you know, but you definitely do value alone time. You do value that time within yourself to go within, to explore who you are, why you feel certain things, what's going on around you. Take the time to to study and to reflect on your relationship with other people. It's almost like you got this. It's like you if things do, if you do feel like something is going on around you with a friend or with someone, it's like, either that or you are needing to take a little bit more time for yourself. Like maybe you do need to take more time to reflect on you as an individual. And how are you as an individual really bringing forward all the different beautiful aspects of you? Okay? So I do kind of feel like there could be some inner things, okay, all in all. And then we end it with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay? I mean, she's like the queen. That's Capricorn energy, success, stability, career, independence, the job, taking care of yourself, just chilling in your house, in your garden, nurturing yourself in your life. All in all, Taurus, I feel like what I want to say from this reading is like, maybe like you might find that you can connect to some deeper truths within yourself, and you would open yourself up to being able to connect with different other people. Now, I feel like your intuition is pretty great. It's pretty up there to the point where it's like, well, why are you so closed off to certain things if you can feel, if you feel like, I feel like you can handle just about any situation. And you already use your intuition. But I feel like you already use your intuition to know, I do definitely see you as like, you use it's like your intuition and your instincts are so on point that like you are prepared to disassociate yourself from a situation before you even involve yourself in a situation. Before you even involve yourself with a new person, it's like you're already ready to walk away if that person is not. If that person is going to like destabilize your own goals. You're already prepared. Like deep down inside, that security, that comfort, that emotional comfort within yourself is like the most important thing in the world. So it's very interesting. I don't see that as a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all, I'm just trying to provide some more like insight maybe on whether there is something that, you are needing to fight. And it could be your own intuition sometimes, like you're fighting your own intuition, Maybe you want to take risks. Maybe you want to do something a little crazy sometimes, but it's like your deeper intuition is telling you like, nah, that's probably not a good idea. And you're like, do you ever shut up? Maybe you want to take a big risk. And your intuition is like, maybe you shouldn't do that. And you're like, God damn it. You're right. But I really want to take this risk, right? I really want to do this. I really want to fight for this. I can see that. like your passion. Like maybe you really want to go with your passion and you want to like feel alive, right? Maybe do something a little dangerous. Your intuition's like, maybe not. Yeah, I can for sure feel that. Okay, Taurus, so this is your reading for mid-October, full moon in Aries, the Warrior's Moon, Halloween reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Send me some reflections. Send me some insight. Okay, so this is it for you, and I'll see you on your November reading. Bye, Taurus.